Hello, everybody. My name
Hello,
is.
everybody. Welcome to the VM podcast. Oh, sorry. You want to? No, go ahead. Go ahead. Please.
Okay. Hello, everybody. My
Hi,
name.
everyone. Welcome to the
Okay.
VM podcast. My
Okay.
name
Yeah.
is
Go ahead. Yeah. Go
Colin.
ahead.
Oh, okay. My bad.
I insist.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's fair. Yeah. No. So, hi. I'm SegFault. I'm
Hello,
here
everybody.
with.
I am casually sitting in a VC with the semi-owner of the website. He's a very small creator. I just want to give him some publicity. Could you please introduce
Thank you.
yourself to the audience?
I appreciate that. Hello, everybody. I'm SegFault. I co-own the website that you're probably listening to this on. Yeah,
Go
that's
on.
me. I mean, there's not a lot more. I'm just some dude who owns a website, partly.
Okay. Very nice. So basically, you introduced Halloween. So why
Yeah, I actually invented Halloween. That was
really?
my doing.
Wow.
Yeah.
How did when was Halloween introduced to Verm?
Uh,
Like when did you
that
start doing the boo sticker badge? Sticky
so
badge,
it
yeah.
was actually only last year, I think, is we introduced the Halloween award. I don't know if you've seen, but if you look on the awards page,
Oh
the
yeah, I
Christmas
found it.
award,
Seg,
the
the spookiest of the spooky, the bringer of the
Mhm.
badge.
Yeah,
Yes,
oh yeah, that's why I got the award, because
you
mine.
invented it. You invented Halloween.
So basically, the idea was that with the Christmas award, we do something every year, and what that
Uh-huh.
means is that there's a 2016 award, 2017 award, 2018 award, and I don't think that trend will stop continuing because it's kind of expected at this point. But with the Halloween award, I wanted to do something a little bit different, where if we were going to introduce it like a seasonal award for Halloween, I didn't want to just keep making a new award each year. I think that the better way to do it is to have maybe 20 to 30 people, depending on competitions and stuff, get the badge each year. And then the following year, you use the same award, and it's something that's kind of revered a bit more because, it's still available to people, but it's a bit
Uh-huh.
rarer.
So like last year, what did you do last year for Halloween? Like what were the ways that people could get the spooky booky badge?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. There were a few things that were quite fun. I think one thing was I ran a social experiment where I think
Wow,
we
Seg
had
is a
just
psychologist now. Yeah, go on.
not that
Science
complex
experiment.
social. Sure, no, it was just we had
Okay.
just introduced the like system
Uh-huh. Oh,
recently.
really?
But maybe not. Maybe that was before. I don't know. But I thought that it would be interesting to see who could intentionally get disliked the most.
Oh yeah, there was
On
like
a
a
thread.
competition, like the most disliked thread, right?
I can't remember who won though. I'll actually
It
check.
was
But
Gring Owo.
oh, Gringo, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So basically, the idea was that you had to try and get your post disliked, but that's hard because everybody wants the award, so everybody's going to be not disliking your post and trying to get people to dislike their post. I just thought that'd be quite interesting.
So like
Um,
when the competition ran, you didn't like could people basically make the thread dislike this so I can get an award? Or
but the thing is, there was only one winner for that competition, so yes, but
oh
also
yes,
people
but
want to win
technically no.
themselves. Sure, yes, but technically no.
Mm-hmm. And then it
Uh,
looks like some people drew some fan art for V3rmillion.
Yeah, so we did a drawing competition. I honestly can't remember exactly what that competition was about. Maybe it was a logo or something.
Turn V3rmillion into an Oni-chan.
No, I don't think that was it.
Okay. That was close enough.
Maybe next year we can do a Halloween
Yes.
Oni-chan. We'll see. But yeah, so there was a drawing competition which a few people won.
What about the secret message? It looks like that the semi co-owner 1x1x1x1 got it, and then Melrose, Skill, Lou, and Samantha.
So that one was a bit more subtle. For that one, I think I edited all of the first page of posts on my profile, so that if you read the posts sequentially, there was a secret message there that told you to PM me with a secret code, and those people figured it out and PM'd me, so they got the award. I like competitions like that where, you know, there's something kind of secret on the site and you have to look
Yeah,
for it.
so basically a scavenger hunt if you think about it.
Sort of, yeah. And I think that you know, I've only awarded the badge so far once this year.
Really?
There'll be another chance to get it for
Oh yeah,
Missing No's
isn't it?
story competition.
Is that the only two ways, or are you gonna throw in some more subtlety into it?
So currently, yeah, there's me awarding Toxie for making the logo.
Uh-huh.
And inspiring the theme, which if people are interested in, they can go to their user control panels and change their theme. But there's also Missing's competition where there will be a few winners. I don't know the exact number of potential winners. But also, yeah, so again, my goal is to have around 20 to 30 people win it per year, which means that there will definitely be other ways to get it on the site. Some of them may involve looking for secret things that pierce or are findable on the site, seem a bit off. There might be something in it.
So like yeah, I was just gonna ask, so in terms of rewards, like I don't want to compare V3rmillion to like all of these other forums, but are you ever going to integrate like being able to sell or give away badges?
Yeah, so I think I'm not actually like super involved in other forums, but I've heard that some of them have like the ability to resell badges as if they're kind of some level of commerce. I mean, it's definitely not off the table. It doesn't feel very Verm to me. I don't know if
Yeah,
that
because
makes
that's,
sense.
I mean, I really can't imagine people selling like a boss because, you know, when you think of an award on V3rmillion, you actually deserve it. It's just on other forums, you can actually buy it with like, you know, they have their own currency and then you can use the currency to buy more currency and then blah, 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 and all of that.
Yeah, I feel like it would be a bit of a money grab, to be
Because,
honest.
you know, I could probably hand Neon, I don't know, 5 grand and I could take the moderator badge. Sorry, X moderator badge.
I think if we ever were to integrate something like that, there'd only be a set like type of award that could be transferable that way, and the moderator badge definitely wouldn't be one of them.
Alright, guess I'll take ESO.
Yeah, maybe not. But it's I don't see it working. Also, just from a legal and technical perspective, it's really challenging to allow people to transfer money to each other through our site.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know if it's a good route to go down.
So, about Halloween, so, you know, you have the awards, you're going to throw in some subtlety here and there, you know. We were supposed to write some fan fiction about Missing No. I need to say this correctly. I'm hosting a story competition. Only rules is that it must be NSFW, and please make it into an entire young adult story novel. So you heard it
That
from
is
me.
definitely
That is definitely what he
fake
said.
news.
And it must be Christmas themed and not related to the site or Discord server. And at the very least, he'll give it out to 16 talented writers. And
Okay, everything you've said so far is a complete lie.
the competition ends tomorrow. That is not a
Okay.
lie.
I don't actually know if that's true or not, but I assume it's not based on everything else you've said.
Anyways,
Mhm.
so Taylor's spooky NSFW competition, and then tell me more about your No Mercy Monday.
Yeah, so No Mercy Monday is a fun little thing. We used to do it back when Verm was a lot smaller. Is on site we would have Mondays where moderation was just extremely strict, and like any rule violation would result in an instant ban. And that was like, I know that sounds harsh and sounds kind of scary. And I don't think it's something that we could ever reintegrate to the site now because the site's so big. But like I said on the thread, a lot of people seem to look back on that thing nostalgically and be like, hey, that would be a fun thing to do again. And I definitely don't disagree. Like, I feel like it could be really interesting. But just to keep it small, we'd probably only do it on the Discord server.
So
Yeah.
So when moderation used to be, you know, harsh, do you ever think that the moderators that we have today would still be able to do that? Or have you like, you know, we have head moderator Murphy, head moderator Murphy, is he in charge of like telling them how strict to be?
Uh,
Because I
is
could,
Murphy in
I
charge of
could.
telling people how strict to be? What do you mean for No Mercy Monday?
No, just like in general. Like you said that back in your day, back in the 20th century, people used to be really harsh and they would like be insta-banned if they wrote more than 3 lines of text, right?
No, I'm only referring to when we used to run No Mercy Monday.
Oh,
Like
that makes
moderation hasn't
sense.
gotten particularly more harsh. I don't think it's just we used to run this No Mercy Monday thing where people would get banned for just where normally they'd get warned, for example, but only on Mondays and only as an
So
event.
on Monday, they'll be banned for exactly 1 week, and no appeals. Your appeal has been denied because funny joke. That is basically it, right?
So it's a good question on appeal. So firstly, this will only be in the chat box. It won't be on site, and you won't get a site ban for it unless you would get banned otherwise because you're at 100% warning level. Where you will get banned from the chat box for a week. In terms of appeals, I doubt we'll accept many. If the warning was legitimately invalid, then we may accept it. But the point is that we're being strict, so we
So
will
I just have a
accept it
question.
even when being
Yeah, go
strict.
ahead, go ahead.
Sure,
I just
we'll go ahead.
Okay, so I was just gonna ask that since Halloween, you have ghosts, you have ghosts like walking around and blah blah blah, dead, unleashed. Have you ever thought of the idea of unblacklisting everybody that was blacklisted just for that day in terms
From
of
the vote.
races?
So for listeners who don't know what that is, the chat box runs a vote mute system where users of the chat box can vote if a message breaks the rules, and then that message will be deleted if it gets voted on enough. The caveat to it is that if you vote for something and a moderator decides that your vote was not on rule breaking content, then you'll be completely blacklisted from the system. Will I unblacklist everyone? Probably
When
not.
seg
No.
means completely blacklisted, that means that this does not apply to members of the ESO, and that's it.
No, it does. It applies to everyone, but there is some leniency when it comes to unblacklisting people because often people didn't realize or want another shot. And I've been reasonably liberal with unblacklisting people because it's important that the system still works. It's important that people are still able to vote for stuff.
Yeah, and I honestly
Yeah.
think that Bloom should be unblacklisted just because the fact that even though he vote muted 15 people in the span of 6 minutes, I think it's very important that he should be unleashed for 1 day.
What you mean Monday?
Yes, Monday, just 1 day.
I
Yeah,
think
so I was just gonna.
that would be an interesting decision.
Do you think that you'll unblacklist all the people, unblacklist all the people that were blacklisted from vote muting on that 1 day?
No, I don't think that will happen. I think that even though it's going to be a fun day, hopefully, and I'm going to be able to ban a lot of people, which I obviously love. I'm kidding. I think that unblacklisting everyone would be a bit too much havoc, even for a day like that.
So, and then I'm taking a look at your thread, and it says
Mhm.
that some new text channels will be added to the chat box in Rule 2E. I'm sorry, I can't memorize all of my rules. E is wrong section posting. So, what are the new channels going to be about? Is it going to be like Oni-chan Verm text channel?
So
E-chan debate.
currently there's general memes programming, and I guess you could argue also iBleach, but that has restricted perms. The idea will be that there will be 2 or 3 new channels added, which will have their own topics. Let's say, for example,
Is it just
we
going to be
add
for
a
that
sports
day?
channel. Well, we'll see. So, for example, we might add a sports channel, and I'm guessing we won't actually add a sports channel. That's why I'm using that as an example. But there'll be a sports channel where if you are talking in general and you mention sports and you start a conversation about sports, then you'll be based on the rules of No Mercy Monday, you'll be wrong section posting, quote
Oh,
unquote.
so basically, are you gonna make a? Let me think of some good text channels. You should really make a Donald Trump versus bald Biden. That is a very good example. I think politics. Um, Arguing about malicious MAs. Very good channel idea. Bitching about being Razade is a very good text channel. I think which should be integrated into the Discord. What else? Arguing about religion. I mean, trendy topic. Usually when certain people are around, but still, the chat box will go crazy. Daniel and his Overwatch memes really should be just one separate channel with only one person to have
Just a
access
channel
to
for
it.
Overwatch.
Yep.
Mm.
Roblox exploiting for kids who don't know that the chat box is not for exploiting. So the word exploiting will be blacklisted. So every time they try to type something, they won't. And yeah, that's about it, honestly.
To be fair, you had some interesting ideas in there. We'll see. I don't want to reveal anything too early. There'll be some channels added on the day. And yeah, not abiding to wrong section posting will result in you getting banned from the chat box for a week because it's No Mercy Monday.
So
yeah.
moderators, can moderators or not actually wait, can ESO members be banned from the chat box for 1 week?
I don't see why not if they break the rules.
What about moderators?
Good question. I feel like if moderators are breaking rules, then there are different conversations to be had.
I mean, like, what if Sebi doesn't post in his Overwatch meme channel? I mean, can he be banned for a week?
Well, we'll see when the time comes. Hopefully no mods will be breaking rules because that sets a pretty bad precedent, I think.
Alright, so just some last things. So No Mercy Monday will start 2 days from now if you live in the US. If you live anywhere else, I do not know your time zone. Probably a week, to be fair.
I don't know the exact time zone that it'll start in. It'll probably start when I wake up.
When you wake up.
So probably around, like, I don't know, 8 or 9.
And you'll announce it to everybody?
Yeah, I mean, I'll need to make sure it's clear and that people know what's going on. Otherwise, people will be quite salty about it, which will just add to the fun, to be fair.
I think a lot of people want to ask this. Actually, not a lot of people. I'm just thinking of this. There's been 3 separate occasions where Giuseppe died, and the entire chat box just exploded. You know, you had Neon Eagle saying "synapse" like 2 times, and then Taylor with his racial slurs.
Well, Taylor didn't say racial slurs.
Yeah, but I imagine it was probably like that.
Yeah, not quite. Yeah, no. So in terms of bots, that's actually a good question because currently one of the bots that I have running, it's needed a code rework for some time.
Oh, is it that? Isn't it the 13-year-old?
No, not Caroline. Giuseppe, basically, he's not coded very well. I kind of threw him together in a few days, and he's been kind of moderating the chat box a little bit for probably over a year now. I don't know. But I've been redesigning his code base for a week or 2 now, trying to create a more stable environment for him so he won't crash as much and he'll be able to keep up with the vote muting and stuff and not lose anyone's leaderboard points or anything like that. So that should help. And we shouldn't see too many bot crashes.
So you're like Monday, just zero leniency, you know? If somebody posts something that's barely 2G, instantly banned, they won't be able to come back for an entire week. Wow. I am very excited for that. Anyways,
and obviously, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
It may discourage people from participating at all because obviously, if you're scared of getting banned from a chat box for a week, you might just hide for the day, which is a valid strategy. I mean, you're completely welcome to do that. But in terms of the Halloween award, I'm going to try and find some way to award it to people who engage and are friendly about the day and try and take it and have a good day with it. But it's a bit of a trick or treat, you can use the chat box and risk
Where
warning if
is
you
the
say
treat?
something.
Okay, if you're telling me the treat is some little pixelated badge, I'm definitely in.
Yeah, see. Yeah, I don't know exactly what the conditions will be to get said treat, but it's a risk that you'll have to take, I suppose, if you want it.
So so I think just something I was thinking about is how would moderators rule 2D, like the general spam in the chat box? I think it's not just wow, somebody just got banned for 30 days. Anyways, I was just wondering about like how 2D is going to be ruled in terms of just in general, not just Spooky Monday, because I know like some people debate the fact that if I spam 4 lines, then that's spam. Other people say that if I constantly send memes, that's spam. So if you could like recap or like tell me more about how 2D applies to the chat box.
It's very hard for us to explicitly define what spam is because the many different ways for people to post content that is spammy is quite hard to write down. It's more of a concept than a structured idea. But I think generally speaking, and this really applies to all rules, the key is common sense, right? Like nobody is gonna ban you, or well, maybe on Spooky Monday if your spam is definitely spam, but nobody's gonna otherwise ban you for posting 4 messages in a row. If you keep doing that, if people complain, if it's blatant, if it's something noticeable, then it's up to mods to decide whether or not that crosses the line into spam. But really, if you have any level of common sense and you're able to exercise that, then you shouldn't be experiencing too many bans from the chat box or warning.
All right, so just another last thing. I know I'm very quirky and talkative. Would you ever think about adding outside of this might apply to Monday, but have you ever thought of adding like a channel where people like one person would be added if he was Rizade and then he would debate the fact if that was a Rizade or not, and then the council, which would be like the entire moderator team plus you and yeah, just you. And then you guys would decide if that was positive or if it was a false Rizade or not.
So every single raise, every single like vote to delete a message is approved, denied, or ignored by a mod. Those are our only options. So we look at every single raise and we say, was this valid? Or if it was invalid, was it like a big deal? And if it wasn't a big deal, we'll ignore it. If it was a big deal, then we will blacklist the person. We'll say, no, this is an invalid raise. So everything that's voted is already checked over by mods to make sure that it's a valid raise or not.
So on No Mercy Monday, if something's ignored, then no ban, just muted for 10 minutes.
Right, yeah. So yes, that's correct. The vote mute will still go through, but you'll only be banned for a week if a mod approves the vote mute, if a mod feels it was valid. But that's bearing in mind that mods will be strict on Monday.
Is there going to be some kind of spooky message every time someone gets banned? Like, for example, if I was Rizade and that was positive Rizade, would it say like Juan didn't get enough treats on that night? Successfully banned for 7 days.
I'll leave it up to mods to decide what to put as the ban message.
I'm telling you, it's a very good idea. It would
Sure.
just a funny
I'll
little
make sure
laugh
that
after you
if
get
you get
inevitably
banned, I
banned.
will.
Yeah.
If you
For
get
me,
banned,
I
I'll
want
add
a
ghosts
special.
to the message.
Yes,
Okay.
for me, I want a special message that says, he ate too many tamales or something.
I'll keep that in mind.
All right.
I guess the last thing on that note is yes, the award will be given out for people who participate in some way. not everyone who participates will get the award. It will be based on some kind of factor. But participating doesn't mean intentionally breaking rules. And if you break rules and get banned, then you're unlikely to get the award. Because obviously we don't want to encourage that.
So, okay, last one. No Mercy Monday. Can people successfully raise somebody for barely touching the line? For example, I was raised because I said in the context of Harvey shoving up his nose because he was streaming and he put cigarettes up his nose, and I was raised because it touches the line. Can I do that to others? Can I raise them if, like, I don't know, they start calling each other because they're annoying each other?
Yeah, you can. If something crosses the line or comes close to the line and you think it's a valid raise, then you're welcome to.
So I can't post my videos?
I would advise against that. That would probably definitely get you banned for a week from the chat box on Monday.
All right, well, that is very good to know. Thank you, SegFault, a very small creator from a very small town and from a very small city in just one second, cities in United Kingdom history. From Aberdeen, Scotland. Thank you, Seg from Scotland, for tuning in. Any
Thank
last
you.
words to your population of 189,000 people?
Is that the user count?
No, that's the population of Aberdeen, Scotland.
Oh, right. Yeah, thanks for coming to the V3rmillion Missionary podcast. It's been a pleasure.
Seg, just a special message from V-Champ. He would like to congratulate you on being Tupoi. It's a very big accomplishment. So
On being
yep.
what?
Okay then. Thank you everybody for tuning in.
Wait, on being what? I didn't understand.